We're live right now, right here now, live. All right,
Wow.
people.
In front of millions of people all across the world.
We just want to try this live thing. We want to introduce ourselves, say hi, do this more often because I want to talk to people more one-on-one. So this would be a kind of cool way to do that. But we're just kind of dropping in spontaneously right now to try it out.
Yeah.
Just to see if it works.
I had to drag them kicking and screaming.
No. I'm not kicking and screaming. Screaming a little bit, not kicking. I'm Mark, as you can tell. And Kathy and Burke, I've known them for quite a while. And Cinemondo started way back when those two, Kathy and Burke, started a fanzine back in Atlanta, Georgia. And I knew them because we worked together. But they had this wonderful fanzine, and it's a great name. And years later, we've come together in Los Angeles, and we started this podcast a few years ago, like three years ago. And now we're just getting into YouTube with our YouTube channel and putting all kinds of videos and fun things on our channel. So this is just another part of the Cinemondo branding.
It's just another way to talk about movies and entertainment because we cannot talk about it enough. We're going to make videos. Right. We do a podcast. You should check out everything because the podcast will be a little bit longer form. A lot of our videos are shorter, so we have, and I don't know what happened to Burke right now.
I just went psychedelic for a second.
Oh my God. It's so weird.
I'm back now.
He's sharing that with all of you.
I'm chilling out.
So I do movie entertainment. Advertising. So I do movie posters and TV posters. I've been in the business a long time. I love movie marketing. I think it's really fun. And you might even have some of my posters. Who knows? Then like Men in Black, Lost, Donnie Brasco. I mean, a ton because, there's a lot that goes cranking through the system. So
and
I really like
and if you see those wonderful thumbnail art that's on our YouTube channel, that's all Kathy, and I think they're really top notch. I mean,
I really like doing those. They're really fun. I like to give the Cinemondo a feel of almost like an old school video store where each little video is its own personality. And I guess nowadays it would be equatable to like, the Netflix box art where you just see this grid of boxes and everything's different. I don't want everything to be the same because it's really not. I mean, every movie's different. Every opinion's different. So really trying to make it look like what the movie's about. So I really try and tie it in as much as I can. So I'm trying to make it fun for you guys. So let us know if you like those things because I think they're really fun for me to do because when you're doing movie marketing, you're having to go through a lot of approvals for a lot of people where it's your boss at the agencies. Then you have to go to the studio. Then they have to show it to their boss. So there's millions of people that have to see this stuff before it goes live. Yeah. So that's another thing. Like when you see a poster, chances are there's like 3,000 other posters that were just as good. So that's the sad unsung hero life of the movie poster, TV poster designer is that about 0.1% of your work actually gets seen.
Well, a couple of years ago, I write scripts. I try to make movies. I made a short film a couple of years ago called Breathe, and Kathy did the poster for that, but she did like 10 posters. And
Mark was a perfect client. He didn't change anything.
No,
he was awesome. He picked one. It was done. We actually picked 5, but I was fine with that.
What you need to change? It's perfect.
No, they were really like so pros, so pro and so nice, and it was just great. So she's super talented, and I've known Kathy for a long time as well as Burke, and they're both in the movie industry. I am a writer, but I don't make my living, in the movie industry. That would be a dream, but
But Mark did make a short film that I
made a short film,
and it won some awards at some festivals.
Yeah,
and that's really cool too.
Yeah, and it's making a movie is hard. Even a short film, even something. It's like I realize, wow, how making a movie is kind of an impossible feat in many ways. How to make it even seem professional, sound good, look good. Yeah. Whether the movie is good or not, it's almost like just putting it together and actually making the movie is quite a feat. So it was fun to do, and I'd love to do more.
I'm always amazed when films get made.
I know. It's incredible. When you see how it's happening on the set, you're just like, how do people know this is going to be good? I just don't know. And so, Mark, actually we should probably at some point do like interviews with each of us to describe what we do, because I think it's really fascinating to find out like how you actually went about getting a film made, because that is huge undertaking. I've always wanted to do it, never been able to close a deal. So
Yeah,
kudos.
it's an interesting challenge. It's who you meet, and sort of, it's about funding, about finding, or getting a name. Like movies get made by either having money and then getting a star, or getting an actor, or finding a name actor and then you get the money.
Right.
Unless you can self-fund it yourself, unless you have millions of dollars in the bank, want to make your own movie. So that's how it's done.
That's very cool.
Yeah. How about you, Burke?
And then Burke, he's got a cool job also.
Yes, he is, and he's very cool.
He's been at it a long time. His job has evolved. You started out in so many different incarnations. Describe how you got into the biz.
I got into the business in props, actually. I started working for a special effects company in Hollywood and many years ago. And through that kind of got into doing storyboards and design, conceptual design type stuff. And there was a prop department on one of the shows this company was producing, and they said they needed some graphics done. And the owners of the company said, I know some dude here in the office that could draw that. So I went out there to the stages and made some props, and I had so much fun. It was like, you know how when you get a job or when you start doing something and you're like, you sit down and the people they come in and they tell you what you're supposed to do, and you just smile and you're like, this is where I'm meant to be. It was like the weirdest show. It was a crazy show, and the people that I was working with there were so cool and creative. I learned so much from those people, like how to conduct yourself on a set. First of all, never walk backwards on a set.
Right.
Don't
Good
talk.
Advice.
Don't talk when they're rolling, and all those things. It was my trial by being plunged into it. And everybody was so accepting of me because they liked what I did. And I ended up being the graphics person on the whole series. And then the people there, the production designer, prop master, set decorator, they were like, please come with us to our next project and our next one and our next one. And so I spent many years doing props and designing props and building special props. I was never a prop master. I was never the guy that went out and rented the watches and the keychains and stuff like that. That takes a special skill and patience and attention to detail that I don't have. I was always the one who made the special science fiction-y kind of ancient relics. I built a bunch of the NASA lunar experiments for the series called From the Earth to the Moon, where I had to recreate 1960s NASA look.
Yeah.
And then I built a bunch of ancient relics for the movie Hellboy, and I built a bunch of 1/3 scale props for the movie Team America. I worked on a lot of crime shows like CSI and Crossing Jordan. And then I kind of got to where I really wanted to get into another realm that was a little bit more digital, I guess, and more contained, and I could work at home and that kind of thing. And I since have been doing interface design and animation and conceptual stuff. Whenever you see computers on a show, or those sort of holograms that float and people turning 3D shapes around, and animated graphics and other kinds of special effects, like special effects and for television shows and things like that, which I really love doing, unless I have too much of it to do. But I really
wish there always is too much to do.
I just want it to be easy, man.
Easy. I don't understand.
That's what I tell the producers when I get a new gig. I'm like, yeah, this sounds like fun, but can it be really easy?
Yeah.
Just give me the easy stuff.
If you're good and you're, professional, you keep getting more work. They don't give a lot of work to somebody that sucks. Or somebody that doesn't do the work. So,
but in addition to all that, I still make little films on my own, and I do animation on my own. I make music videos and things like that. So you do get to exercise your own creativity, where there's a producer or whatever, you're making things to put forth their creativity, the writer, director. You're making their thing look good. And it's also, you have to, outside of that, you have to make your own stuff, and I was a writer for a while out here and wanted to be a director and a writer, but then I got a little disillusioned with the lack of control, you know. If I was going to make a movie, I wanted to make it myself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think the technology that we have now, you know, cameras and even your iPhone and editing software and special effects software and things like that, you can make your own movies.
Yeah,
if
it's a lot more doable now, and you can
It
also
is.
like now you can put them out yourself on YouTube and get people's attention. I mean, a lot of people get movie studio attention by creating a film that gets a lot of buzz on YouTube. So that's something to shoot for. So don't ever think like you're gonna make this little movie on your own that no one will ever see it. You know, it's up to you to promote it, and get someone like me to do your campaign, your thumbnail, your movie poster. Because you need your key art. And then you can make your own little mini movie studio.
And if what you love about filmmaking is the storytelling, you can and if you're a storyteller at heart, which a lot of people who want to get into film, that's kind of the thing that's the emotional grabber that gets you. That's why you love movies. Like, ask yourself why, when you watch a movie that you love, what is it about this movie that I love? What is it that I love about movies in general? Why do I enjoy watching other people pretend to do things, And it's about the story. It's about the journey of, insight into life, like your own life and others' lives. And it's like, sometimes it approaches profound in ways, I know that if you love movies, that you've been struck hard by films, and it's the emotional content of the film, and that's the story. And if you can get yourself to a point where you sit down and write a script, that's a big mistake in early filmmakers, is they don't concentrate on the script. They just want to get to the filming. They want to start shooting, and I want to make special effects, and I want a robot to walk through the street and stuff.
Writing is boring.
But no, the writing is that's the thing you got to do. You got to do that first and concentrate. Get your script perfect.
It's funny how filmmaking starts so solitary, and then it just keeps expanding till it's this massive. I'm always amazed when I'm on a set and you see so many people making this vision happen. It's kind of invigorating.
Making a film is, it's art, but everybody's involved, But it starts with somebody on a typewriter, or nowadays a word processor, a computer, and actually writing something. And that's, it's hard on a blank page to write, okay, I'm going to write this feature, which is going to be 100 pages of dialogue and action, and it's got to make sense. And you got to go, if I change something, on page 46, I got to go back to and change everything else in the first 45 pages because it's not going to make sense. So it's a lot of work. But if you get it done, what a great feeling. And if it's actually decent and actually pretty good, then you go, hey, I got something. And then you can start thinking about maybe finding somebody or some help to actually make a movie. So it can be done. Years ago, you needed, film, and it was expensive, and editing was hard, and now it can all be done at your house.
Yeah,
that's right. So is it hard for you, Mark? Like, you wrote the screenplay, and then another director actually directed it. Was it hard for you? Like, you had in your head how this was going to look. Was it weird for you to give away the control and see a vision that wasn't necessarily yours, or did it pretty much sync up? I'm talking about Mitch Yapko, who actually we have a video of him talking about it.
Well, to me, this was like, I'm going to write this. And since I haven't had the experience that both of you have had on sets, other than being an extra in a few movies, I just wanted to see, and it was, for me, I consider this this is a school of filmmaking for me. I want to watch everybody. So I sat back, didn't have to do anything on set other than Mitch coming over and say, what do you think about this? So I change this, and I would get involved. Otherwise, I just watch everybody do their jobs. And that way I learned this is good. This is not so good. I'll remember to do it this way versus that way. So I was okay I didn't never directed anything. I didn't want to be a complete, neophyte out there. So I kind of happily gave the reins over, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't want to do, next time, maybe try it myself, but that might happen down the road. But for that particular film, it was fine for me to do it that way. So it was a learning experience.
Yeah, that's right.
The best film school is working on a set, getting on a working set, and the other good thing is getting around people who are patient with you and are willing to teach you things, And I was very lucky when I first started out. I got together with an art department that was so cool. I'm still good friends with all these people, and they were so helpful to me. I think they knew that I didn't, I was just this bumbling guy from Atlanta, who moved out to Hollywood because I wanted to be a writer, as one of those.
Oh, look, Chad just popped in to say hi.
And-
He's saying hello on our channel. I don't know if you guys can see his comment, but hello, Chad.
I don't see comments.
Oh, okay.
I
see him.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, you can click him on.
That's great. Yeah.
There's everybody.
We can't stop
There it
talking.
is. Yeah.
So if Chad has any questions, he's welcome to ask. But that is kind of cool. I mean, even with my job, it's more post-production really because I'm doing key art, but a lot of it happens during the filming. So it's always really exciting to be able to go to a set or go to a TV show that's filming and actually seeing the actors, doing what they're doing, the production working around you, having like a set side photo shoot where you're just setting up basically seamless on the side that the actor can come to when he has time.
Yeah.
Or it's even, more ideally you want to have a shoot after production or, on a day off that they have, that you can then shoot them in a big studio with all the bells and whistles. But I always like the set, even though the set sides are harder and they're quicker and, you don't get as much coverage. It's really cool just to be on a set and see all the people working.
Yes.
It's very, very invigorating. Yeah.
I
still get a kick out of it. I've been here
Sure.
for however many 500 years now, I think. But I still get a kick out of going on to a set. It's just it's a magic show.
Well, Burke, you
And-
love movies,
Yeah.
and
We all do.
and we all love movies, and that's why we do this podcast.
That's right.
And and so it's just this is our passion.
Yeah. And so I'm really excited about this live broadcasting because I'm hoping we'll promote. We didn't promote this one. We kind of just sprung it on you guys.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that, we'll start promoting when we're going to do these coming soon and do more of it. So you guys can talk to us personally and ask us things, whether it's about movies or what we do or, how to get in the biz or, whatever you want to ask us is fine. But we're looking forward to doing more of these. So definitely tune in.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It
Yeah.
was just saying hi. This is who we are. And we'll do more of these. We'll let you guys know.
And I feel like Alice from Brady Bunch, kind of in the middle.
I can change that.
Please, next time, please do. Put me in the
I am in
episode.
control. All right. So we'll see you guys next time we do a live broadcast. Hopefully we'll give you a little more notice this time.
Put me right
Whenever
there.
you talk, I should do that.
Put me by that StreamYard duck up there.
Which way? Oh, hello. Hi, Mark.
Where's Mike Lucanen? Anybody?
It's all very confusing. All right. We'll be more composed next time.
Okay, it was fun.
All right. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
everybody.